You're building an online business and you're trying to decide between YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to save you a few months of frustration and give you the shortcut to how to use both. There is one platform between these two that I think will supercharge the growth of your business and serve you for a long time to come. And there's another one of these platforms that I think serves a great secondary role. And I think a lot of online business owners get this confused because one looks a lot more flashy than the other. In this video, I'm gonna break it all down for you, the epic battle between YouTube and Instagram, which one is better in terms of content for your business. Hey, I'm Lane. I help creators build freedom-focused online businesses. I love to help people just like you figure out how to teach what you know online and make a six-figure business out of it. If you're into that kind of thing, and especially if you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and come back often. So between YouTube and Instagram, both of these platforms are extremely popular and both of them have a lot of strengths. Let's start with Instagram. Now, Instagram can be a massive win for your personal brand and for your business. There is a massive downside to Instagram, and that is Instagram is a treadmill. It feels productive on its face, but if you stop posting, you disappear. There's really no ongoing value on Instagram unless you continue to post. Your posts are only relevant for a short period of time. YouTube is completely different. We'll get to that in just a second. The second reason why Instagram is a treadmill is because no one uses it for search. And so again, it's not like people are going to be seeing your Instagram post from 6 months ago or 6 weeks ago, or let alone 6 years ago today, because it just doesn't work that way. They're gonna see what you posted relatively recently, unless they get on and look at your grid. But even then, they're only gonna scroll so far. YouTube is gonna serve things up that are very old sometimes, and you are going to benefit from that for a long time. Instagram just isn't the case. And so like a treadmill, you do a lot of work and you don't go very far. And then the third reason why it's a treadmill is that the algorithm really only rewards recency. It doesn't really like surfacing things from a long time ago unless there's a lot of comments and a lot of likes and activity around a certain post. But just in general, Instagram's not really going to surface things from a long time ago. And so all of that lends to its kind of treadmill vibe. You have to stay on top of it. You have to keep moving. You have to keep posting. And if you stop or even slow down, you are going to stunt that growth. Now, the reason why this is important for your online business is that your content is what gets you known. It's what helps you attract leads. It's what gets you people that will come into your business by way of getting your lead magnet, getting onto your email list, going through your email funnel, and going into one of your offers. Instagram doesn't really serve that purpose as well as YouTube does. Now, what does Instagram do well, and what are its pros? And I want to give you three. Instagram really shines in terms of relevance, connection, and top of mind awareness. So let's talk about relevance. People go to Instagram to check you out. They want to see, like, who is this person? So the first time somebody hears about you, discovers you, they're going to go to Instagram to get a look into who you are. Is this person active? Are they in this space? Are they in this world? Are they connected? They want to know, are you relevant? And Instagram is one of the best ways to signal that you are. Connection. Instagram is a lot more personal than YouTube. YouTube's really a media publisher, whereas Instagram is true social media. And so Instagram gives you an ability to connect with your audience that YouTube really doesn't. And then finally, top of mind awareness. Instagram, because of the nature of its recency, and you're posting more frequently, and you're posting stories daily, and you're posting reels daily, and you're posting posts, daily, you are going to be more top of mind in people who follow you, and even in people you don't, again, provided that you continue to walk on that treadmill. So I don't like it as a primary content strategy as much as YouTube, and I'll get to that. I'll get to why here in just a second. But I do love it for those three reasons. For your relevancy, for your connection, and for top of mind awareness, there's really nothing like Instagram. Now I want to talk about YouTube, but before I do, I want to invite you to download my free guide, the super simple guide to starting a thriving online business. If you're tired of chasing views and trying to figure out like, how do I make sense of all of that there is to do to build an online business, get my free guide. It's over at lanesebring.com/supersimple. It'll walk you through the 6 steps to build a thriving online business, everything from developing a content plan to figuring out what your first product should be, to determining what your niche should be. All of that is in there and it's all free. You can download it and start consuming it right now. It's over at lanesebring.com/supersimple. All right, so now let's talk YouTube. YouTube plays a different game entirely. There is a reason why I love and use and recommend YouTube to any online business owner or someone wanting to start an online business. And it is because YouTube is the way to leverage long-term content and search engine evergreen content. Here's what I mean. YouTube is the place where you can put a video up and it will be on YouTube for as long as there is internet, for as long as there is a YouTube. I mean, so far YouTube's been around for 20 years. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. And I have videos on YouTube that I posted in 2020, 2021, 2022 that are still getting views and still getting me leads, and in some cases still getting me affiliate sales, putting money in my pocket. This is not the case with anything I've ever done on Instagram. It's not the case with anything I've ever done on TikTok. YouTube is special in this way. YouTube allows you to build a catalog of videos that work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the background of your life, getting leads for your business. There's really nothing I've ever seen like what YouTube does for us. It's kind of amazing if you take a step back and you think about it for just a second. In the old days, if you wanted to have a media channel, you had to know someone or have connections because there were gatekeepers. You had to figure out like, how do I break into this industry that was very guarded? Or you would have to buy a 30-minute slot on an infomercial in late night TV, which meant you had to have capital. You had to figure out how to buy time on TV or get space in some type of media publication, and you had to claw and fight your way through just to get noticed. Now you just have to post good videos that people watch. It's free to post. It's free for them to be on YouTube forever. And if they do well, they'll even pay you. And if they do well and you structure it the way that I teach in my super simple guide over at lanesebring.com/supersimple, you will get people to go from YouTube to your email list and into your offers, which is going to put money in your pocket. I cannot stress to you enough, if you're starting an online business and you have a limited and finite attention and limited and finite ability to work on your business, and you're trying to decide, do I choose Instagram or do I choose YouTube? I can only do one. Do YouTube, at least at first, because the ability for you to reach people on YouTube is unbelievable. It just, if you take a step back and you think about it, it's like nothing that's ever happened before. And we're so used to it because we're a couple decades into it. So it's like old hat, but it's just amazing what we can do on YouTube. Now, I use 2 words at the beginning of this that are very intentional. One is search and one is evergreen. What do I mean by search? YouTube is a search engine. I mean, YouTube is powered by Google. It's owned by Alphabet, which owns both Google and YouTube. And YouTube functions like a search engine. It functions like Google. So when somebody goes to YouTube and they enter in like, I want help with what, or how do I do XYZ, it will populate the most relevant results for that search. And it doesn't take as much as you would think to get ranked in search for the videos that you have. For example, when I first started, I was making videos about Kajabi. This is one of the very first kind of search related affiliate products that I promoted. I used Kajabi for my online business. I started making videos about Kajabi, and very quickly, my videos about Kajabi started to rank top 1, top 2, top 3, top 5 when someone would search for certain words. And that has made me about $650,000 over the last few years in affiliate commissions from Kajabi through YouTube. And I'm saying this as someone that doesn't get a lot of views. I don't really have a big channel. If you're looking at my YouTube subscriber count, it's 12,500 or so, 12.5, 12.6 thousand. That's not big on YouTube. There's plenty of channels bigger. And then if you look at how many views per video, it's also not that big. And this is why I'm so passionate about YouTube, because it doesn't take much to get people from your YouTube video to your either affiliate offers or onto your email list and into your funnel and into your offers. Provided your videos are focused, like who am I helping? What am I helping them do? And how am I helping them do it? If you think about and make videos with that in mind, they will surface in search for the right person at the right time to solve the right problem. And that person will become a fan. And if you multiply that over hundreds of people over several years, and then thousands of people over several years, you will have a business. You just don't get this on Instagram. Instagram is instant, and it's poppy, and it's right there, and it has its place, but it just doesn't do the same thing. Now, I use the other word, evergreen. So there's search and there's evergreen, and these two things are very similar. Search meaning that people can search it up based on keywords, and evergreen meaning that the content is going to be relevant today, and it's going to be relevant a year from now, and it's going to be relevant 4 years from now. Now, not every niche has this advantage, but if you're teaching in most niches, if you're teaching principles, you will have the ability to make evergreen content most of the time. Obviously, things change and tactics change and things like that. Not every single video you do is going to be evergreen, but in most cases, the principles you teach are. So that's why you can basically find a video of me teaching on this channel 4 years ago, and the principles are going to be the same as what I teach today, even if some of the tactics and strategies have changed. That means that the relevance goes way back into the past. It's not like, it doesn't have to be recent to be relevant. And that's what I love about YouTube and its ability to be a search engine and an evergreen content source. It's just amazing. And so because of all this, YouTube builds authority, momentum, and compounded growth. Think of it like compounding interest. Just over time, you have more and more videos. On this channel, I have 600 plus videos. I've been posting for 5 years, and that authority compounds and builds up over time. And it's making me a really great living. At this time, it's making me about $25,000 a month all in. And it all kind of goes back to YouTube. It's like everything goes back to me generating an audience and serving them well on YouTube, and those people purchasing things through my affiliate links or landing on my email list and purchasing my offers or buying my coaching. All of that works together and everything goes back to YouTube. So if I had to put this into like a dichotomy, I would say YouTube equals content that works while you sleep. Instagram equals content that dies in 24 hours. Now you tell me which one is better. Which one is the better strategy? YouTube works while I sleep. Instagram dies in 24 hours. Now, don't throw Instagram out completely, because if you were to go to Instagram and you were to look at Lane Sebring, you would find me and you would find content from me about this topic on Instagram. So I'm not saying Instagram doesn't have a place. I'm saying if you have to choose YouTube. Now, the ideal situation is you use both. Now, what does that look like? So where Instagram really serves you well is it helps you stay relevant between long form posts. So if you think about YouTube, now I'm not talking about YouTube Shorts. I'm talking about the main kind of YouTube videos, 16:9, 8 to 15 to 20 plus minutes of content per video. In between those posts that you might only do once a week or twice a week, what happens on Instagram helps you stay top of mind and relevant and connected in that in-between space. And this is why you should also be posting YouTube Shorts for the same reason. Although if you're gonna choose between Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, I think Reels are gonna get you further, but you can do both using Opus Clip, and I have a video about Opus Clip and what it does for you, and I'll post it at the end of this video, and I think you're really gonna love it, and it will make sense of how to have kind of one video go in a bunch of different places, all done automatically without you having to edit a single thing. It's a pretty amazing tool. I'll post it at the end of the video. So between your long form post, posting on Instagram helps you stay relevant and connected. You can use Instagram to engage in DMs, post updates, and generally stay connected. And the other thing that you can do on Instagram that's a little bit more difficult difficult to do on YouTube is you post about your personal life. And so when someone goes to Instagram, they're really trying to figure out, like, who are you, the person? And so if it's your Instagram and you also use it for business, sprinkle in a little bit of what you do in your personal life. People want to see that. It's a little bit of a behind the scenes. So if you had to think about this in terms of what purpose these two platforms serve, YouTube is a content library where Instagram is a bulletin board. Okay, so what is a content library? A content library is like your body of work. If somebody goes to YouTube, they should be able to find all of what you teach, your core concepts, your main IP, everything that kind of makes your brand and business tick from a content perspective. You should find that on YouTube. When somebody goes to Instagram, they should find more of a bulletin board. Like, here's highlights, and here's excerpts, and here's updates, and here's a little bit of behind the scenes. It's kind of like a bulletin board of what you do in your personal life and your business, and there's some teaching content, and it's a little bit of everything sprinkled in, again, to keep you relevant, keep you top of mind, to keep you connected on a personal level. And if you have these two things running as parallel tracks, you have what I believe to be a very healthy content strategy. So YouTube builds depth, Instagram builds connection. You need both, but depth wins when it comes to long-term business growth, which is why I say, if you're going to choose, if you have to choose between one or the other, choose YouTube, because depth is what we're after. Connection is important. Don't mistake that. But depth is what's going to win. Depth is what's going to get leads. Depth is what's going to get people to go from YouTube, from your content, into your email list and into your offers. It works every single time. The connection is just icing on the cake that just drives the authority and the trust a little bit deeper. So to sum it up, if you're short on time and you have to choose one, start with YouTube, build your searchable evergreen machine of content. Let Instagram be the supporting actor, not the lead. And if you're already grinding on Instagram with no results, it's time to shift your focus. Take a little bit of your foot off the pedal over at Instagram and really build out a YouTube strategy. Create a weekly long form video on YouTube and then repurpose it to Instagram through Reels. And you're gonna do this using a tool called Opus Clip, which I will show you exactly how in this video right here. So click right here and I'll show you this really cool tool that will take all of your YouTube videos, repurpose them, not just to Instagram, but to all the platforms. It's pretty amazing. Click right there and I'll see you in that video.